All right, guys, welcome to the next episode of the Elevation Podcast. My guest today is a cinematographer, a director, an artist, father. He's everything you want in a human being, Blake Cortes.
All right, what camera am I looking at? Am I here? All
Well,
right.
you look wherever you want. You look at me. This is just for the clips. You
Okay,
know,
cool,
to make
cool,
you look
cool.
good on Instagram, so
All
we can
right.
promote the actual episode.
Oh, so you're not doing like video podcast?
No, it's a video podcast too.
Oh,
so.
okay.
But it's people consuming it all different ways.
Yeah.
You know, once we kind of upload it as both, and then like I listen to everything on Podcast Addict, so I don't get the
Yeah.
video of it. But if you go on Spotify,
okay.
you'll get video and
Yeah.
audio versions.
So what made you want to start the podcast?
Bro, I'm supposed to be asking you the question, but all right,
my
let's
bad,
go.
my bad,
No,
my
but
bad.
let's dive into that.
Yeah.
So it goes back to my foundational beliefs of why we're here on this planet.
Yeah.
To create and have community. I believe we're creating the image of a creator, and I believe he created us for community. And coffee's always been my vessel for that. But because of coffee, I've met so many cool creatives like yourself, and that's what this podcast is about. It's about the creatives I've met thanks to the world of coffee. So that's how I like to start, how we met. So I met you because I was approached by a mutual friend of ours, Roy.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I got somebody who's going to shoot a short film. They're looking at a cafe space. Your downtown location would be perfect for it. And I was like, oh, let's make it happen. You know,
Yeah.
we did a little scratch my back, scratch your back kind of deal, get it in there. And that's where I met you, on set, shooting a short film.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, that spot, I was going to that spot for a long time. And then when...
Yeah, we had met a little bit in between, but it wasn't like a true meet,
I met, the first person I remember meeting there was Esteban.
Yeah.
And me and him would go back and forth because he's Colombian, I'm half Colombian, so we would talk about that and coffee. And then I would, every time I'm in the area, I would just go there. And then once the director of that short film was like, hey, listen, I want to go shoot it here, I was like, that's perfect, let's do that.
Heck yeah.
So it just worked. Even when we were, when we had just finished shooting the film, that TV show I was working on reached out to you. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
And she was like, hey, Blake, do you know? I was like, yeah, we just shooting a short film over there. She was like, yeah, he told us. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, the back and forth with them on the reality show stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to push it to shoot there, man. They were
I know,
like,
we were
we're
this
trying.
close. Almost
Yeah.
happened, you know.
It worked out,
They
though.
wanted a green room with like yellow Skittles only and stuff. It was I couldn't provide.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I don't know, but they're good people.
No, I know. Those are really good people. So, yeah. So, let's talk about that short film that you helped shoot. You co-directed it.
Yeah, I'd like to say I was just a cinematographer on that, but Elvia, like, that was her first, like, directing. So a lot of times she would, like, come to me and be like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'd like to give her she wants to give me some credit, but I'm like,
She
no,
definitely always
she
tries to
did
give
it.
credit, yes.
Yeah, but you directed it.
She wrote it, starred in it.
Yeah, so I was like, you directed it. I shot it, DP'd on it. So that was amazing. Again, to shoot in a spot that I really loved going to anyway, makes it even better. You know, when you get to work within your like little community where it's like everybody's kind of knows everybody and everybody's working together to make things great.
There's always that 1 degree of separation. I feel like Tampa's like that in
Yeah.
general. Tampa has
Yeah.
that like small town feel in a big city where you could walk somewhere, you'd be like, I know you. Even today when you came in, I was introducing you like, I know your name. He was like, I know your name. You've worked with buddies of mine. Oh, it's always
Yeah,
that,
it
like,
is like that.
1 slight degree of separation.
Well, I
but
mean,
it's
especially
friendly.
in the whole coffee place here, is everyone kind of knows everyone.
Yeah, they really do.
And from what I've seen is that everyone's cool with each other.
100%.
So it's like, oh man, all these, it's like, sometimes I wish like more artists were like that too, where everyone's just like, one big family. Unfortunately, it's not like that because I don't know what it is, but like.
I don't either, man. I feel like it's like that every community has, or every, what would you call it? Scene has a community, right?
Yes, correct.
Coffee just happens to be one of the most unified communities.
Yes.
And I think it's because we all just have the same common beliefs. Like, we got into this because we do like coffee, but it's so much, like your documentary that you're working on, it's more than a cup, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, and let's segue right into that documentary that you've been working on.
Yeah, it's been a journey. So the documentary is called More Than a Cup, and it's basically about coffee, community, and how it relates to memories. So one day I was just I forgot where I was, But I was drinking a cup of coffee and I was just smelling that scent you get. And it made me think back to being young, visiting my family here in Tampa. And then, like, we're all in the kitchen, all the grown-ups are drinking coffee, and then my grandparents are giving us, the kids, small little bit cups of coffee, so, like, and it made me think, like, how many times have I smelled something or taste something that made me think of old memories? So much, when I would talk to people about things like that, they would say, oh, yeah, I remember eating this or smelling this, and it reminded me of this. So I was like, I know so many people who drink coffee, and coffee is intertwined with so many people's lives. Like, why not do something about the effects of that and why that happens? And if that happens all the time, is that a reason why so many people are drawn to coffee?
Right.
Because it just keeps your life together. It's like it's always a glue. It's like a big web.
100%.
So it's like, and then till this day, you can go anywhere in the world and you will find people in communities drinking coffee, hanging out together, in coffee shops everywhere. So it's come to the point where it's like coffee is like the world's like web starter.
Yeah.
And it's very fascinating. And then everyone I've spoken to, or to hear all their memories, when I smell this type of coffee, I remember this, or I remember this and that. It's just,
and it's almost always attached to a positive memory.
It is, yeah.
Not everything's like that. Like sometimes we smell something and it reminds you of when you threw it up as a kid, right? And you're like, I can't have that again, but coffee's not that.
Yeah, it's like me and 99 bananas.
Oh, no. I had peaches for me.
Yeah, okay, so you know the deal, right?
I
so
do,
you were
yes.
young, after that, you was like, I smell that, it's gonna make me sick.
Yep.
But yeah, man. But like the whole coffee, and then doing the documentary, we're still gonna keep filming it. Right now, we're working on the trailer to start, sending out to investors and stuff. But it's been something, man, and it's just to see the reception and how everyone's excited when I tell them about the project. Excuse me.
Dude, it's exciting,
It's
man.
been beautiful, man. It's everyone's like, oh, I've never seen something like that, or I never heard of something like that. And the simple fact that I'm even trying to figure out a way to talk to neurologists and people who study the brain to see why there's certain smells and tastes that trigger certain parts of the brain in different ways.
Yep.
So it's like, even though it's about coffee, it's about so much more than just the coffee.
It always is, man. That's one of the things that I've always loved about coffee. It's the true, like you said, it's like this web. It is the ultimate connector. Somebody, let's just take a Colombian coffee, for instance. Somebody's down there tilling to the soil, planting the plant, waiting for it to grow, picking the cherries, milling the cherries, sorting the cherries, depulping the cherries, either doing a natural honey fermentation process, wash process on it. Then it goes through shipping lanes. It takes 50 hands to touch this thing before it gets to our cup. So not has it already connected across the world just to get to your cup, but once it gets to my cup, I'm usually connecting with somebody else across that cup. So that's why I always say it is the ultimate connector. Life happens over coffee. Just having cafes, I always joke with people, they're the best thing in the world, but they're the hardest thing to make money at in the world because overhead is crazy, margins are slim. But we see life happen over a cup of coffee. People come in, get their cup of coffee, and they're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you, I'm engaged now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm pregnant now. Oh, hey, I just bought my first house. Or, oh, hey, my grandma just died. It's like, it happens over a cup of coffee.
And how many times have you met someone, or even, setting up a meeting, trying to get to know, hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee?
Always, yep.
It's always a thing. It always starts something.
Yep.
At least in like the field I am, like doing the work I do, I take a lot of meetings, and those meetings start with, "Hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee," and you sit down, and while you're drinking the coffee, you get to learn about people, talk to people, and I can't imagine how many ideas have been born out of just sitting with someone and having a cup of coffee, whether in my life or in anybody else's life. So it's like it makes you think, how many times have someone like changed the world,
right?
Because that day they decided to have a cup of coffee with a certain person, who sparked their brain and made them change something.
Yeah, or it's just the energy of the cafe. Like I've heard that from so many people. They might come in without somebody, But I'm like, that work you're doing in a vacuum can be done from home, right? Why do you choose?
It's different. It's a totally different thing.
The energy's different, right?
Yeah.
My daughter, she could be at home. We're homeschool, doing her homework right now with mom. She wanted to come here because she feels the energy of this place, the people roasting, the people packaging, the podcast going on, the cafe being busy. It's just that energy helps keep you going, if that makes any sense. And it's not even, she didn't have a cup of coffee yet, you know? She does love to drink she drinks black drip coffee, you know?
Oh, man, you raised a good kid, man.
I'm trying. She's into matcha right now, too. So
okay.
Which is okay. Matcha's good. You know,
for a little while,
some health benefits, too. But the coffee, I'm trying to keep her, you know, on that straight and narrow.
Yeah, man. It's black coffee. That's it. The blackest the coffee you can make it.
That's
I'll
the way
just
you
take
like
that.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's man. I was on a plane yesterday, or all weekend actually, and there was early morning flight, no good coffee in the airport, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need a freaking cup of coffee. So I was like, all right, airline. Sometimes I have Stumptown in one of the airlines. I don't know who it was. I grabbed it, drank some of it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But what did that remind you of?
Dude, so that's the thing. It reminds me. It reminded me of growing up. I had bad coffee growing up.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yes, but you didn't know it was bad for two reasons. Because again, it was the same thing. People were over. The coffee pot was on. Mom would say, hey, go make coffee for people. You know, I was stealing the swigs of it from people. Throwing a little cream and sugar, and you got to mask it, make it look good, or it taste good, you know, as a kid. But that's what we were doing. We were always stealing it. There's that smell. Like you said, coffee was being made because people were over, or because it was the early morning, you know, and you had to get your day started. It was always associated with those good things. Even if you grew up in a not great situation, the coffee was always there to help it.
Yeah, man. It's just, I've learned, like, with interviewing people, you know, like last time I was here, you had the roaster, the farmers from Colombia come down. Mm-hmm. And to hear their stories of their feelings about coffee and the memories, how it's so similar to the memories you had, to the memories a couple other people I interviewed. Even though they're miles and miles apart, there's still specific memories that are the same for everyone who smells coffee. Yeah. And it's just it's a wild thing to like unopen, you know? It's like, oh wow, you're opening like a package of coffee, and it's like, oh man. It
never gets old opening that package of coffee. That's to this day, like, I was just at Coffee Fest in San Diego. Everywhere you turn, it's great coffee everywhere. You don't get tired of that smell though. Every time you go, you're just like, you're taking sample after sample from people. Your head is buzzing from all the caffeine and walking around. You haven't eaten anything, but you're still like, somebody else is like, hey, free sample over here. Like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say no, right? You have to try it because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because even though you can have 10 different coffees or 10 different anythings, and they're all going to be different, but they all like pull up certain feelings and certain things that like boil inside of you. Yeah. So it's a very interesting thing, man.
100%, man.
Yeah.
So it's going back to the creative outlets and stuff. So you got the cinematography thing. We're going to come back to that a little bit later, but I want to talk about, like, you're an artist as well. I didn't realize this until recently.
I didn't realize that either, man.
Okay.
I didn't because about 3 years ago I got ended up in the hospital for some things, and you know, like once I came out of that, it was
Brother, tell that story. It's inspiring, man.
So I really don't know what happened, man. I just started feeling, 3 years ago, I felt very sick. I got super heavy, and I just wasn't feeling well. And one day I just woke up in the hospital, right? I don't know how I got there. Apparently I drove there. Oh, wow. I don't remember. These are things like I don't even remember. Like, it happened April 1st, which I always say this is the worst.
Worst Fool's joke.
Yeah,
worst
April Fool's. Yeah, good job, thank you. But you know, like that whole March, I don't remember. Like, I have no recollection of March, or even most of that year. Like in the beginning of that year, and I remember just waking up in the hospital, having like a tube down my throat. Like, I didn't know what was going on.
What was that? Did you freak out? Or you just stay calm?
I stood calm, yeah. I'm a very calm person. You know, I've learned to be very calm, especially when you don't know what's going on, so you could, like, assess everything. But I woke up, my father's there, my wife was there, and I'm like, what? I have no idea what's going on. And it was, apparently I was there. I got there April 1st. And I woke up like around April 11th.
Wow.
So I was like in a medically induced coma for like
a week and a half?
Yeah, just about.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I think I got there, and then they tried to help me the first day, and then after the second day, they're like, "Hey, we got to put him under. You know, like we don't know what's going on. We have to try to fix him." And during this time, they tell my wife, we only have like 3 days. We don't see this getting better, and if I do get out, I'm gonna have to learn how to walk and talk again, and they might have to like cut my throat open to do like a trach, like all these things. My wife's like, "No, gotta get him out. He'll get him out. Don't worry about it." And they're like, "No, we have to prepare." She's like, "No, it's not happening. Like he will get out." So I was literally in a like coma for like 11 days, and then I was in the ICU still with the tube down for another like 3 days.
Man.
And all this time, I'm like, I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is wild. I was like, how long have I been here? Like, I had no idea what was going on.
Look at this. It's 2049.
So I thought. I was like, I'm like looking. I was like, am I in May? I was like, what is going on? I kept thinking, oh, it's May. It's like June. I'm in the summer. Like, what happened? And then you know, finally that they pulled out the tube, and then I was still in the ICU for like another like 4 days, and I ended up literally walking out of the hospital, bro.
Wow.
Like on my 2 feet with like a little walker, but like
Yeah.
when they were, you know, telling my wife, hey, listen, he's not gonna make it, or he's gonna need to learn how to walk again, he's gonna need to learn how to talk again. Like I woke up, I couldn't move my body. Like my body was so weak.
Man.
It was like, and I would like, from all the medicine they were giving me, like I had to, it was the most craziest thing I could ever imagine of something.
That's crazy. So from that moment, was that kind of like, was there an awakening inside you from there? Was there this new lease on life?
It was the new lease on life,
Yeah.
definitely. But like once I got out of there, I was just like in shock.
Yeah.
Like I was just like PTSD type stuff, man.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I would just like start bawling and crying. It's like, out of nowhere. And my wife bought me like some painting stuff, so I just kind of started painting.
Wow.
And it would help. You know what I'm saying? Like when I would feel all that like darkness, like I would just like, I felt like I was like just letting it all out onto like
Dude,
a
that's
painting
amazing.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
what art's for, man.
That's the way I always started. So then
Yeah.
after that, you know, I just kind of, I didn't dabble in, you know, I just a little bit here and there. When I was feeling down, I would paint. When I was feeling stressed, I would paint. Because I don't know if you know this, but therapy's mad expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I had to figure out other ways to cope, you know? So then that kept going. And then probably last year, I started painting a little more. And I posted something online, and this gallery in St. Pete called Artmosphere, she saw the work. She was like, oh, this is yours? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, you paint? I was like, I guess, I don't know. She's like, oh, you're an artist. I didn't know you were an artist. You interview all these artists. I didn't know you were an artist too. I was like, yeah, well, no, I don't really do anything with this. I just do it to like just get it out of
Yeah.
me, you know, because there's times where like there's nothing for me to work on
Makes it
creatively.
so much more authentic. You're not, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like I don't do it for money. It's like I'm just doing it because I'm just doing it.
it's
Like
your creative outlet.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like there's no intentions at all with this. So you know, and then people just started liking it. I don't know. I still don't know what's going on. And like this Friday, I'm doing an art talk at the gallery, and they want to.
That's so cool.
I'm like, me about art? I was like, I don't know. You know, put a camera in my hand. I can make you something nice. I could tell a good story,
And
but
to go back to
paintbrushing?
you, like you are an artist through and through, though. From the cinematography to everything, it's just you find a different outlet to let it out there.
I guess you're right, man. I never thought like painting would be like a thing. Like it just never. Like I enjoyed, because you know I do Orthodox TV, which is like the documentary series, and getting to interview all those artists and see how their mind works is just crazy, you know. And then for me to be like, oh yeah, I do this too. It's just like I can't. My brain can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I'm never the person who wants to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm like, I want to be in behind the camera, having other people tell their stories. So like when we sat down, the first thing I started asking you questions, because automatically my brain knows, oh, I want to know more about this person.
Yeah, your DNA's built like that now.
Yeah, you know, so that I just constantly want to know more about everyone. You know, that's kind of what leads to like a rich life. That's the way I look at
agree.
it. So, you know, like with the whole painting thing, it's kind of, I don't even know where it's at, man. But people are liking it, and I had a couple of people, hey, man, like, how much do you charge? Can I, like, have you do a commission? I was like, Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what do you?
I'll get back to you on that. And I'm
10
calling,
grand?
I call my buddies. Go, how do you price a commission? Like, what is that like? And they're giving me the rundown. So many artists I've talked to, like in the beginning when I wanted to paint, I was like, I don't really want to. I don't like canvases. I've never been the type of person to do what everyone is doing. I just kind of want to do something different because what everyone's doing has kind of been done already. Right. So when I would talk to the different artists, they'd be like, "Oh, you can paint on anything." He was like, "This is just drop cloth." I was like, "Yeah, it's not like a big canvas." He was like, "No, it's just drop cloth." Home
What are
Depot.
you painting on right now then?
That's what I just paint on. Drop cloth.
Oh, wow.
I go to Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere and I just get drop cloth and I stretch it out, paint it on the wall, and I just go to town with like any paint. Like if I run out of paint, my kids have little things of paint, I'll start using that. I'll add water to it. I've even added like coffee to like paints and just
See, now that's cool.
It just goes like whatever I have.
Yeah.
If I don't have a brush, I will take one of my kids, dip them in paint, and
then that paint sells and they sue you for
right.
For
I'm like, you
commissions
can't
on it.
sue me.
Like,
No,
that was used my head as a brush.
Yeah, and my daughter, my youngest daughter has a lot of hair, so maybe I could just like put it upside down. But yeah, man, the painting thing has been an interesting thing, man. But like, it's funny that I added a couple times I put added coffee to the paints because I didn't have no water and I was drinking coffee and I was like, Phew.
Why not?
Yeah, and it just gave it like a different tint.
Yep.
And I was like, man, this coffee that was made by someone in someone's hands that traveled over here is now on this painting.
Yeah, isn't that so cool?
It's a wild thing to think about,
I love that full circle. So you mentioned Art Docs TV.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Well, Art Docs TV started about 2 years ago. Right now we're in the second season. We're finishing up the second season. And it's a documentary platform for like all like artists based in the Tampa Bay area.
Oh, cool.
So all the artists that I interview and do pieces on are in Tampa or St. Pete. That's kind of where it's at now. So it started because, there was at a point where things were just slow. I was like, I got to film something or I'm just go crazy.
Yeah, dude, you got to get those creative.
Exactly. So I reached out to a friend. I was like, hey, listen, can I do like a small like documentary on you about your artwork? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I did one. And I was like, oh, this was real fun. Let me try to find someone who I don't know and see like how their mind works. And then it just started going and going and going. And then we did 10 episodes for like the first season. I was like, maybe I could just keep this going. I was like, let me try to plan a season 2, And then I had enough people who were like, yes, like I am totally down to do this.
Yeah.
And then we just started season 2. And now we're on Friday, the 7th episode drops of season 2. And then we have 3 more to go, and then I'm gonna take a little break because after season 1, I took a little break.
You got to,
because it's a lot, man. Most of it I do by myself. Like I'm filming it, I'm producing it. A lot of this alone, and then for most documentary stuff, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Unless you're like really big time documentary, and it's still that you have a small budget. And then you have a small crew, and it's just like you have to kind of wear all the hats.
Small amount of time. And
Yeah, so with the documentary stuff, man, that got me wanting to do documentaries about coffee, about the coffee thing. I did another documentary piece that we're finishing up about a group of Puerto Rican artists who most of them are based in Florida, and some of them are based in Puerto Rico. So we got to go, I flew out to Puerto Rico, filmed some stuff over there, and they got inducted into this huge museum out there. And so we filmed the opening ceremony. They tried for like 10 years to get into that museum.
Oh my goodness.
So while
persistence, I love it.
Yeah, so while the recording of the film, they got the okay. So it kind of changed the whole trajectory of the film to, hey, I want to highlight these guys until... will they make it? And then they were like, hey, we got the okay, but we have to fund it ourselves. So it went from, will they be able to fund it to get there? So it constantly changed. And that's kind of why I've dived into the documentary thing, man, because it's always changing. Like I'm talking with an artist and they're doing this and doing that. And then a spark happens to where that story's going to make a left turn or a right turn. And I have to stay with it. So it's just beautiful, man.
I agree,
just
man.
hearing people's story. I'm sure that's why you're doing this now.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I've met people like you who have great stories to tell, and whose stories aren't done. Going back to what you said earlier, you get that new lease on life. Your story's definitely not done.
Yeah.
But it's people like you that I think will inspire the other people on the other side of this that are struggling through those things. And that's why, like, my whole thing was, like, it's not safe to do the safe thing in life.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was saying that one day. He was like, his dad decided not to become an artist because it was safe to be an accountant, you know? Pay for your family, get them to go to school, and then his dad lost his job in his 50s. Safety wasn't there anymore. And he's like, his whole, I love the quote that Jim Carrey said. He said, you could fail at something you love or fail at something you don't love.
Yeah.
Because we're all going to fail at something throughout life.
Yeah.
Why not chase what you love? And the key to success from what I've read from most people is they just don't give up.
Yeah.
There's no overnight successes. If there are, it's very rare. You know what I mean? It's somebody that was plucked out of obscurity or something. Or
and that overnight success was 10 years.
Right, exactly. No, yes.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly right. Like, my coach says it all the time. Like, he gets famous out of the blue or whatever. He goes, guys, I had 25 years experience before I did this thing, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, but nobody knew because you did it in the background.
Yeah.
Quiet, you know? And I think the break is always on the other side of the hustle. And, like, you know, I'm not the hustle cultural type thing, but, like, you keep chasing what you love, you're going to find a way to keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is eventually it will happen. Mm-hmm. Like, you work at something, eventually that opportunity will come, and you have to make the best of that opportunity,
Yep.
and hopefully you do good enough to where the next opportunity will come, or you just start to make your own opportunities.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When that's your goal, the journey is still the goal. Like, you might hit that opportunity, but you're not done after that. You're okay, no. What's next?
Yeah, it's always what's next.
Yeah.
It's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like, what else am I going to do? It's like, I've done this for so long. Mm-hmm. Like, even like I try to get a regular job to go look at my resume, and like, this guy's gonna want $1 million. We can't hire this dude. Not gonna be able to afford him. But it's like, it's just a constant go. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, like, when you started the first coffee shop, it was just like, this is what it is, and we're just going for it.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, and just like you put, or you're no longer depending on. I mean, you're sort of depending on customers, but you know, there's no boss that's gonna be like, oh, hey, listen, it's Tuesday, you're fired.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's it.
Also, I'm not safe here.
Yeah.
There is no safety.
No, and that was never more evident. I worked a job for 12 years, put my 6-month notice in to start my thing, was let go 3 months into that 6-month notice, and then the next year COVID hit. That office dropped from 300 people to like 75 people. Even if I would have stayed and never given notice, I don't think I make that cut.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that the safety's not there, and my daughter was the reason why I pushed it. She's got that. I was introduced you to her earlier. She's very creative. She's been creative since she could talk. You know, everything is about building, about world building, about drawing, about writing, about play. Like, it's what we were meant to do in life.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to do something in coffee. When I learned how to roast coffee, that was my canvas, right? I was like, I love doing
You're like,
this.
oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes, like at the time, I was in college. College was stressful. I worked full time to pay for college, so I didn't take loans out. You know, my wife and I were married. Like, that wasn't the stressful part. But there's, you know, you also have to rely on somebody else in life. You know, you have to have this outlet that's yours. And for me, that was roasting the coffee. Yeah. I loved that. It was my breath, my deep breath. Yeah. That was roasting coffee. Like, the way you are, like, throwing the paint or whatever, you know, on that canvas. That was me with roasting coffee. And I was like, I'm gonna do this somehow. But throughout the years, you find every excuse not to do it until you have the kid, or at least for me, who's super creative, and you realize, wow, my job as a dad is to not let her get pigeonholed into something she doesn't want to do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think that's when I was growing up, I grew up with my father, right? So he was an incredible artist. He got accepted to a very, like, important art school in New York that he went to and graduated, and he was like, almost had this like graphic designer type job, and this is back in the like 80s, the late 70s.
Yeah, wow.
So, you know, but it wasn't paying much, so he had to kind of leave that all alone to like raise me, so I feel like him doing that, he always pushed me to chase art.
Yeah,
be creative.
Great.
Like, he would buy me drafting tables, any comic book, arts, like anything creative. Like, if I showed interest in it, he'd be like,
I love that.
Like, take it, keep going with it, you know? So it's been so like the idea that you're talking about, like I have to push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I
it was
can't be the
ingrained in you.
reason. Yeah.
That's great.
From the
because,
beginning,
yeah,
it always.
yeah,
Like just
and
create.
that's the thing. Like you get to the point, like, but if your dad never did those things, or you never watched him create himself, it's harder for a kid to believe they can actually do it too. You know,
Yeah.
like we can tell our kids we're blue in the face that they can do whatever they want, but if they see us not chasing our own dreams, they don't actually believe it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of fact. Like somebody can tell me. It's like the person who's trying to give me business advice does never run a business. You know, like I'm not going to believe you. You might actually have good sound advice that you read in a book somewhere, but I'm not going to believe you.
Yeah.
And as parents, our kids aren't going to believe us one day if you turn around and be like, Dad, well, I knew you wanted to open a coffee shop. You're 70 now. You never did it. You know, like,
Yeah.
and that to me was like the wake up moment where I was just like, no, I have to do this not just for me, but for my kid to see somebody doing it and going through the struggles. It hasn't been easy. We hit COVID right when we opened. We hit, all the tariffs, all the canal issues. Everything has gone up 6 times in price since we opened the business. But you can't charge 6 times the price since you opened the business.
Yeah.
It has not been easy, but she's been able to see positivity and struggle, like through the struggle.
And she sees no quit.
Oh no,
There's
quit. Yeah,
no
baby, there's no
quitting.
quit here.
There's no quitting. So it's like even when they get older and like, man, this is getting hard, they're like, yeah, but my dad didn't quit. I'm gonna keep going.
Yep.
That's what I like to think about it. Like hopefully all this I'm going through and all this I did, so when my kids are older. I mean, I have older kids, but like when they get to something that they want to do and it gets difficult, they remember like, you know what, my dad didn't quit. I ain't gonna quit either. It's in me. We're not quitters.
The magic is right on the other side of difficult.
Yeah.
That's where it is. There's no easy road to do the thing you truly love doing.
Yeah, it's true.
If there is, I don't know if you really love doing it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be easy. Like, I mean, we want money to be easy.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Right,
Yeah.
but we don't want the thing we're doing to actually be easy.
Yeah.
We want to.
We're a challenge, man.
Yeah, we want to be challenged in life.
Yeah.
You can't grow if you're not challenged.
I mean, I think some people don't.
I mean, that is true, and
I mean, the people I surround
God bless
myself
them.
with is like, we have to go get it. It's like there's no giving up, man.
oh yeah, I mean, there's so many people in this world, and it's very evident just in the way the world works. If you were just to say, hey, each one of you gets $30,000 a year, you can live off of it, you'll have food and shelter. I think most of the world would probably take it.
Yeah.
Then there's other people, like us,
Yeah.
that would say, nah, I don't want it. Keep that. I don't want to. I want my soul. Like,
Yeah.
not you're selling your soul over there, but it's like, I gotta fulfill this internal thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying you can't do it over there on the other side. It's just a lot harder to do it on the other side. Over there.
It is. It's very difficult, and but I mean, there are people who just want that, who are like, okay, and it's like, so like, okay, yeah, that's fine if that's what you want, if that's because I feel like God has created everyone differently.
100%.
So He's created the people who are to do this. He created the people who are to do this, and. It's like everyone's a mixture of everything. So when I was younger and I would see people not chasing their dreams, I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you not? Like, we only here once. Like, I used to work all types of regular jobs, and I'm like, oh, so what else do you do? They're like, oh, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So, nothing else.
What else?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, happy hour.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you trying to do? And they're like, no, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, oh. Okay. And it never connected. Like my brain couldn't make sense of the idea of just not doing something more.
I'm with you on that. I can't. I don't know if it's the ADHD in us or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, man.
No, I don't think that's what it is. And there's a switch
It's a
that
switch.
flipped in us. Yeah. Same thing, man. I had, again, corporate job for 12 years. There was nothing wrong with that job.
Yeah.
It was a good job, paid my bills. Firm believer, you make the grass is green where you take care of your lawn.
Yeah.
I was given a small lawn there. I made sure it stayed green though, right?
Yeah.
I had a team of people that I think mostly liked working with me and for me. I still meet with them sometimes. Like even last week, a group of them came here to check out the news box. They saw the news segment on it. I was just like, thank you guys. Y'all, people still support,
Yeah.
But they always, they sometimes joke like, oh, you're the one that got out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, that's how it is, man.
yeah. And I'm like,
That's wild.
well, how can I inspire you to get out? What else are you working on? Like you were just alluding to a minute ago.
I think it could be some people are scared, man.
Oh, it is scary.
Or they had one, it's scary, and one, they never had that person who was close enough to show them like, yo, it's possible, or it's more like it's not that it's possible or impossible. It's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it to find out. You know, and that's why I love talking about all these artists, because this one artist I was just interviewing, he worked a corporate job. For long, he was like, I couldn't do it anymore. He was like, I felt my soul leaving, man. He was like, I had so many issues, health issues. He was like, as soon as I quit, within like 3 months, all those issues were gone. I was like,
that was me.
yeah.
Like, I was not physically, mentally built to not move, like to just sit at a desk and work. I would still get up, go for walks, walk around the office, chat with everybody, make sure their day was going well.
Yeah.
But the corporate structure doesn't like that either. They want you to sit down, shut up, get your work done, you know, and then
it's like
teach
school.
The next generation. That school is built. That's why the Rockefellers and stuff, and that's why they built the public school system.
I think that's a whole other podcast, though. But
Yeah, that's a whole another one. Yeah,
it's a whole other podcast. That's part 2.
Yeah, part 2. We need to do a little more research, maybe. And stuff. Yeah, but that's so true, man. So, dude, yeah. So, what other outlets you got going on?
Right now, man, it's kind of sort of been that. It's been the documentary pieces, the Art Docs TV. Right now, once we're done with season 2, the plan is to start talking to more galleries and trying to make Art Docs TV not just a documentary platform, but more like a footprint in the culture of the arts here in Tampa Bay
That's
area.
great. I love that.
Because there's so much talent here that a lot of people don't get to see.
Yep.
So if
Why
there's
is it all leaving? It needs to stay here.
no, a lot of it doesn't. There's people who leave because maybe it's because they don't feel accepted there. I don't know what,
Maybe.
or the light is not shined enough.
I think that's.
But
what
there's
it
so
is.
much that could be done, and I'm literally tired of talking about it. Like, oh man, I wish there was this. I wish there was this. And I'm like, I'm just gonna try to be the thing that highlights all this.
Yeah.
Because there's too much talent out here. Like, I'm from New York. It's the talent pool in New York is just insane.
It's so deep, yeah.
So I know Tampa is not in the New York thing, or it's not in the Chicago thing, or all these big hubs of art. But there's incredible art here, and I feel like the world doesn't see it. So I'm hoping that Art Docs TV can be the screen that helps the world to see the art and culture of Tampa Bay.
Dude, I love that.
Will it happen? Who knows? But if God gave me the idea and He put it in my heart, I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, and you're going with it.
So that's kind of what I
Where can
do.
people find Art Docs?
It's you can go on YouTube, Art Docs TV. This is the logo. On Instagram, it's Art Docs TV.
That's where I've seen most of it.
Yeah,
it's
so
beautifully shot too.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And, and that's a lot of people do like documentary pieces on artists and things like that, but there's so much more, man. It's like we want to make this a whole series. This is not a one-off thing.
That's great.
It's a lot. It's a lot that gets to. Oh, excuse me.
But it's all yours. When something's a lot and it's all yours, it feels great.
Yeah, because you just keep. It's like I can't see myself not doing these now. I have there's meetings coming up. There's people I'm starting to meet who are in positions where I can collaborate with and really make this something that's special and and shines light. And that's kind of what the goal is with Art Docs TV. Plus, I've been working on other documentaries and shooting some short films for other directors that I can't really speak about, but
Okay, can't speak about it.
yeah, no, I can because
Steven Spielberg?
and
No.
NDA, no, I wish NDAs and stuff like that. So
Yeah, understood.
But yeah, man, there's just a lot of work coming out in the pipeline. But it's like you shoot the film and then, nobody gets to see it for 6 months. It's like,
Yep, I know.
man,
If you're
I wanna
lucky,
shoot
sometimes
this
6
now.
months, right?
Yeah. So the last one we did with Elvia, it just came out on YouTube.
Yep, finally.
Yeah, and it's been running festivals for like a year,
Yeah.
maybe a year and a
14
half.
festivals that went in?
Yeah, it was a lot of festivals. Like there was no way to even put them all on the poster because
Wow.
it would have covered the whole poster. So I was
That's
like,
crazy.
this is wild. But it got really good traction. So me and her developing something new, and they're just like when it comes to the film industry here in the Tampa Bay area, I think there's so much that could be done, and I see it I've been here for almost 20 years. I see it turning the corner.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know. It feels more like independent style though.
Yes.
It's not just commercials anymore. Because
Yeah, so-
before it's all commercial
Yeah.
stuff, and it wasn't really much. But now it's like I see this one person's shooting an independent indie film here. This person's shooting indie film here. It's like okay, there's something in the water finally brewing, where it's like they're no longer waiting for people to bring the work here.
Yeah.
People here are making the work
That's what
and
it should
keeping
be,
it
man.
here.
Yeah, and we don't just need a movie about a dolphin just because it's filmed here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, the work's here. There's plenty of stuff here.
Yeah.
I was talking with you familiar with Daniel Roebuck? He's a character actor. He's been in like 400 things. He's like Fugitive, Lost.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, I did an interview with him on that, and he said the same thing. He goes, I was like, why? Like, because he lives in Burbank 49% of the time and Tampa 51% of the time,
Yeah.
and he films. He gets talent here. I see him. He goes to my coffee shops, interviews people for roles in more independent films. Him and his wife started their own production company, and he's kind of said the same thing. He goes, "No, Tampa's it's gonna make a turn." He goes, "The film industry here is making a turn." So I was like, "Dude, I've been to LA a few times. We have the same climate. We have nicer people. We have the same infrastructure. There's money here. Why don't we have a similar thing here?" And it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, a lot of it is like tax rebates.
That's the big one.
Yeah. But I mean, that's also changing.
Yeah.
So, but after so long where it wasn't, they weren't budging for some whatever reason. I think this year, there's things are starting to change. They're like opening that up. They're trying to see how that would fit in, which is a really good thing.
Yeah.
But like that helps the people who are coming here to film here. Like more homegrown filmmakers need to just like go at it, and I'm starting to see a lot more of that.
That's good.
Which is just amazing.
Yeah, like
So,
you said, the talent pool here it's rich.
It's here, yeah.
It's here.
Because everybody moves from other places to here.
Dude, that's what I love about it. This
Yeah.
place, it is a true melting pot of cultures and people.
It's becoming that way, yeah.
Yeah, and it's always been that way since the beginning of Tampa's time. It was the Cubans, the Italians, the
Yeah,
Germans,
in that
the
sense,
Puerto
yeah,
Ricans.
yeah.
It started out as this immigration hub. Then you had the New Yorkers moving down, the West Coasters moving over. You know, just everybody was kind of the Greeks moved over. It was
Yeah.
just kind of like everybody moved to the Tampa Bay area. And so, yeah, there should be no shortage. There should be no reason why we're not filming more stuff here.
Yeah. I see it turning. And I feel comfortable saying that. Before
good.
I would always be the person that'd be like, "Hey, this." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not happening."
You're trying to throw the optimism
I'm a
out
very
there.
realistic person. Like, yeah, I don't see that happening. But it's like finally it's to the point where it's like, oh, something's brewing. Like the coffee's brewing, man.
Yeah, the coffee's brewing, baby.
The coffee's
The
brewing.
film industry's brewing. Let's make it happen.
It's brewing for sure, man. It's really cool to see, man. Like there are directors who like I've known who are just out there making it happen, man. It's like just go for it, man.
Yeah, just go for it. I
Just
love that, man.
go for it, dude.
Cool. I got some rapid fire questions for you if you're
All
cool
right,
with
yeah.
shooting those off or whatever. All right, cool. If you could work as a DP for one other person on the planet, who would it be?
I'd be Scorsese
Ooh.
because he's my favorite director of all
Scorsese?
time.
What's your favorite Scorsese movie then?
Goodfellas, man.
Goodfellas?
My
I
favorite
just
film
watched
of
that
all
recently.
time.
Yeah.
You for your first time?
No, I just watched it recently again.
I went on a what?
No. I had watched Bronx Tale for the first time. You ever seen Bronx Tale?
Incredible, yeah.
So good. And I was just like, I can go back and watch Goodfellas again now.
Yeah.
And it was even better than I remembered it.
It's that movie. Like I remember, I was super young. My father brought home bootleg VHS tapes, right? Because that's how old I am, right? So, and he put
Bought him in the Bronx, probably.
No, we were. He worked in Flatbush.
Okay.
He worked in I think it was when he was in Flatbush. So he brought it home and we sat there and watched it. Terrible copy. And I'm just watching. I'm like, oh man, this is cool. I was like, I want to do this. And then I had some neighbors of mine who had a video camera and they would make movies with their cousins. And I was like, you can do this? I was like, this is wild. Like, I can make a movie? And then ever since then, man, I was like, I never want to stop. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I
This is
love
what I'm
that.
gonna
Cheers,
Cheers,
brother.
sir.
So, another one on the rapid fire
that
list.
sounds
How do you drink your coffee?
The way coffee is supposed to be drank. Black,
delicious.
with nothing in it.
Nice. So you're not a Frappuccino guy.
No,
I'm
I
just
don't.
kidding. That's not coffee.
I
it's a
don't drink my
milkshake.
desserts, man. That doesn't.
Sorry, Jarrett and Kyle.
Yeah, I just don't. I just can't, man. I just can't. I've tried. I was like, oh, let me see what all the hype's about. I was like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
this ain't coffee. Like you're just adding coffee to milk. Like this is a milk drink.
Can I go on a small rant real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So, as a cafe owner, who again we roast, we specialize in coffee as coffee
good.
itself.
It's good.
Don't get me wrong, we make those great drinks, but we make them with the best ingredients possible. So, if somebody wanted, we have a carrot cake latte right now.
Oh,
it's Easter
okay.
time,
That's
but we make
fancy.
it with actual real carrots. Like it's good quality ingredients that go into it. The sugar that's going into it, it's organic cane sugar. So we make those things, but my big rant is that people that rate coffee shops and they rate it based on sugar drinks, you're not rating the coffee then. That's like going to a steakhouse and rating it on the sauce that goes on the steak. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or going to a chicken place and rating it on the sides. I just...
Or rating it on a burger.
Right.
What?
Like, it just so, gets on my nerves when somebody was like, oh, it was a 9.5. I would have given it 10 if it was sweeter. So if I put more sugar in it, the coffee would be better? It doesn't make sense.
But that's not the coffee then.
That's not the coffee then. You just
Yeah.
want... You want a sugar spike. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't rate the coffee on something that has nothing to do with the coffee.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, that was a rant.
No, it's so. But yeah, man, I've always drank. That's just black coffee, man. It's like
Yeah.
that's the way it's intended. I mean,
Yeah, and
the
I'm a believer-
people who make the coffee, the people who wrote it's made for you to. It's made with a taste that
Right.
you're supposed to get. If you're starting to throw a bunch of other stuff in it, you're no longer. You're just using that as like a canvas to just throw the rest of the stuff.
And that's
on
where I go
it.
like that. And that's where I am two-faced on this a little bit. Where I'm like, the best cup of coffee is the coffee you like, but please let us guide you in a way that might open your eyes to
Yeah.
what coffee truly is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
I go wherever I'm at. I'm like, they be, hey, do you want? I'm like, nope, black is my soul. I'm like, give me the oilless thing you got.
The oils, see, that's where I draw the line on the oils. I'm like, I gotta put oil in my car, not in my.
Yeah, man. I'm like, give me that sludge, man. I'll take a sludge.
I'll take whatever.
I'll
it
take a
is.
cup of sludge from the bodega. It doesn't matter.
Somebody's making a movie about Blake. Who's playing Blake? Who are you casting?
That is a good question.
And who's the director? Can't name yourself.
That's not fair. I know.
Scorsese again?
Yeah, of course.
Leonardo DiCaprio's playing you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my son, but my son's like 6'4" and light skin and has curly blonde hair, so that would not work.
No, that's not working.
But it's funny that you say that because I know there's been times I've told my wife like stories like me growing up and stuff, and she looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, "How did you survive all that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "You need to make a TV show called Growing Up Brooklyn." And I was like, "Yeah, that would be cool, and just to put these wild interactions I've had in my life as a kid and growing up." And it would be like really cool to put on, but like, so who would play me? I have no idea, man.
Man, not even a clue. You never thought of it.
Never thought of it.
Dang,
never,
okay.
never thought of it. That is a good question, though.
Okay.
Who would direct it? I would love Scorsese to direct. I just want to work with the guy.
You just want to work with them, yeah.
Shake his hand.
That was even my next case. So you've taken the best thing you think you've done so far as a director. Which director would you want to put in the hands of and get critique from? Is it Scorsese again?
Of course, yeah.
Of course, yeah. Is there a certain documentary?
Him or I really like my mind's going blank, man. It's like there's so many films that I've watched where I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool how they did that. Or, but like there's a old director, Gus Van Sant. You know who that is, right?
Oh yeah.
He's made some crazy wild movies, and it's like so. A lot of those movies, like he makes, are like they deal with some wild things, but it always feels calm. So like maybe someone, if it's not like Scorsese, someone like that, or someone who's like really indie,
Okay.
who could just like
Maybe
film.
find that up and comer. That's
Yeah, but I'm not there. Yeah, I'm wait till I'm old.
yeah, right. Yeah. Maybe it's your. He goes, I'm the up and comer.
Yeah,
Somebody hit
yeah.
me with a script and a big budget.
Yeah, that'd be great. I know. I wouldn't even want a big budget. Some like
No, not even a big budget.
some like quiet. Some like just chill.
Okay, so we talked a little earlier about the talent pool being rich here and about it not being tapped yet. But I was watching this actor talk about how the middle class of acting and cinematography is dead. Do you agree with that? Like, it's only the high-end guys that make $20 million a movie are getting it. But those people are all sticking the TV roles, they said, too, now. So it's like all the middle-class actors are kind of being pushed out.
I mean, I think it all depends on the market.
Okay.
So, like, if you're here locally, when it comes to acting, most of it's going to be, like, commercial stuff, right? But film stuff is not here. So you have really good actors who want to do acting, but there's no work here.
Yeah,
so they have to go.
This was the guy in Hollywood that was saying this.
They have to go other places. So, in Hollywood, it's a totally different world. Like, over here, it's like everything's middle.
Yeah. Oh, he said the middle class in Hollywood's gone.
Yeah, so it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because out there, it's like, you throw a penny and you'll find what you need.
Oh, he's saying you can't even find anything anymore.
Everybody's leaving?
Everybody's leaving, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I hear it's been slow and it's getting bad out there. A lot of people moved to. I have a lot of friends who went to Texas.
Yeah.
I have some friends who are in Atlanta, and they said it's been drying up too.
Oh, Atlanta's drying up too.
Yeah, so he said it's been hard to get work. He said there's little work here and there, but like a lot of the big studios pulled from there.
It was even like,
a lot of them went to Jersey, actually.
Jersey, that's a big one. I think Roy was telling me that.
Jersey, there's a lot in Jersey now. Like Netflix is building a huge studio out there. I think Paramount's building a huge. So like things are starting to go up there, and it's like Jersey and you have New York right there. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense.
Yeah, hitting the Northeast right there.
But out here, nothing, man. I would love for that to happen.
We need to make that happen here, man.
I don't know. It's just a lot of it's commercial out here.
Yeah.
That's the market out here.
Interesting.
From what I've seen, I don't know everything, but from what I've seen, it's like a lot of people, it's just like all commercials. And I see that changing little by little, like I said. But
yeah, I've got other friends that do a lot of that, and they run a lot of commercials, and it's great work. I mean, the stuff they're doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's killer. And they're just like, yeah, man, we love doing the commercials, but it's like you said, it's kind of the only thing out here right now.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully we'll make that change.
I see it changing. So
that's good. I got two more questions. This one that I've asked quite a few people on the podcast already. I actually stole this one from you after the documentary. If you could share a cup of coffee with one person, dead or alive, who is it?
It'd be my grandfather, because he passed away some time back. But it'd be cool to like have another cup of, like as an adult, If not him, probably Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ. Like, yo, what's up, man? This is wild, ain't it?
Dude, yeah, that would be like that. That was like, I remember when you asked me, that was my first time. Like, oh my gosh, where's Jesus? Like, I'm like, you're on this list, and then, I don't remember what my answer was on it, but I know my answer definitively now would be my sister because she passed away.
Yeah.
Same thing, just to be like, hey, this is my daughter, meet her, and like hopefully she'd be able to.
Yeah, like my kids, like you never got to meet my daughter now, my youngest one, and my kids were young when he passed. So it's like, man, it would be cool to walk through my grandmother's house and him still chilling there. I'm like, oh, Grandpa.
Like, Grandpa, look at me now.
Look how big he got. Look at the shape. Like, I would it was the time I was doing a lot of photography, and I was getting published a lot in like a lot of magazines. So I would go buy these magazines in the newsstand and then bring them to him and be like, hey, Grandpa, look. And he would they saved them.
That's so cool.
So he got to see my work, and
that's
awesome. Pretty cool. Yeah.
And then the question I like to close it out with is advice. The person on the other side that's listening or watching this, what advice would you give them as they're struggling through whatever career outlet they're going to? Maybe it is in the film industry. Maybe it's an actor on the other side that is like, I'm just gonna give up, or they know they have that deep down with you. They're like, I can't give up, but I don't know what the next step is. What advice do you give those people?
I would say it's gonna be difficult. There's no way around that, but it always gets better. It's like, you're going up a roller coaster, and that part is scary. But once you get to the top, it's like, there's no more clicking. It's just pure bliss, and everything's calm. So eventually things will get better, right? So I said this on I was on a panel for artists, and they asked me a similar question. And it's like, no matter how bad it is, if you're still breathing, it will get better.
Amen to
There's
that.
there's no if, ands, or buts about it. It will get better. So it's gonna be hard. If you are an artist in any way, you picked one heck of an industry to be in. And at times I'm like, I hate this thing I do. But there's no other thing I would rather do. So just hold on and just keep going and keep pushing it. Make a decision on what you want to do though, because I know as an artist in the beginning, I wanted to do everything, and that just led me to running in a circle. So pick what you want to do and what you really love doing. Don't think about the money, because for a while you won't make any. so just keep on doing what you want to do. Be the best you can be in that specific thing, and just don't stop.
Amen to that, man.
There's artists that I know who stopped right before that break. You hear it all the time. So that break could come now, that break could come later. Just got to keep running with it. Don't ever stop.
Every no is a yes. Is a future yes, man. You got to keep
That's
going.
true. That's a good point.
Yep, that's what
Every no
somebody
is-
gave that advice
every no is a
before.
future
It's
yes,
just like,
yeah.
man, like every closed door, it leads to that next thing. It was meant to be a closed door,
Yeah.
I have a coach that said the same thing. It was like, pick your lane. Know that this one thing you want, go for it, but you don't know where it's going to lead either. So instead of dabbling in 17 different things across the board, they're never going to go forward. You're going to always be in the shallow end like this. You got to move forward, and that deep end might lead to something different that you never even expected.
Yeah.
And that might end up being the passion that you truly needed and wanted. You just didn't know you needed it because you were dabbling too much in all the little shallow end parts.
That's good. It's like instead of swimming left and right, swim forward.
Swim forward. That's right, baby.
Swim forward.
So where can people find you, Blake?
On Instagram, BlakeCortez.dp. Art Docs TV on Instagram.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. And my website is BlakeCortezDP.com. And that's it, man.
Awesome.
I'm easy to find, man. You know where I'll be at. It's easy. I'll be around.
You'll be around, dude.
Yeah.
Pleasure, man.
Thank you,
Truly
man. I appreciate it,
you,
man.